right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's April Fool's Day, April 1st, 2025. There will be no April Fool's jokes as much as I might like to put the map upside down or something like I did that in one of my meetings earlier today. As I put everything upside down, and someone's like, "Hey, wait, there's something wrong," and I'm like, "What? No, what? What are you talking about?" Anyway, none of that nonsense and tomfoolery during this. The game provides enough on its own. So here we are. We last leave our. Anyone want to do a recap? I'll leave it to you before I do it. Otherwise, I'm just. Anyone want to volunteer?
Patrick's usually the best
Patrick,
at this.
lay it out for us.
On Saviors of the Storm Coast, the Stormbreakers had gone through their latest portal to see the second fragment of the Rod of Seven Parts. Through the portal, they ended up floating in a vast star-filled void. This void, they would learn, is the Astral Sea.
The final frontier.
After
Sorry, go ahead.
After ride from beyond, anglerfish. Our brave party was able to fight them off. And after defeating them, with a ship crashed onto it and broken into 3 pieces.
3 pizzas.
Pieces.
Yes. Pizza.
Yeah, I thought I missed some pizza.
Well,
no, it's
after
pieces,
deciding to land,
okay,
they met 2 Githyanki or space elves, as some parts of the party might refer to them. Lysan and Zastra.
These guys have got some serious facial features. Like, they've got no nose. Where'd the nose go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And after talking to them and learning of their plight, and that is where we last left off.
Kineas, you can add in 16 HP of health because I shot you with a firebolt during your monologue for fun. It's all for YouTube. It's all for entertainment.
Okay.
Is that what that sound effect
like your
was? That was
monologue.
actually a nice touch.
I do it for the people. That's it.
Yes, and while Kineas is currently happened less than 30 seconds ago, this was also brainwashed to attack Kineas. And that is where we left off.
All right, where are these?
Are we have an arena night where we all have to fight each other to get off the island?
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Oh, that's cool. You never
I mean,
not
in this campaign.
You guys, I think it'd be fun.
Jeez. All right, I've got some internet issues that I need to resolve real quick. So stand by. YouTube isn't even getting enough data to do a stream. So hold on a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Chat about where you're at. Chat about what you're going to do, what you see. By the way, I will tell this you're close enough now to notice that many parts of it have converted to stone, petrified, but there are still some I don't know, gooey parts still
Fleshy.
like not quite petrified. So they still tremble a little bit here once in a while. And there are some things that might be considered veins that just like a pulse of blood or something still coursing through them, but maybe not. They just seem to like little mini tremors as it's reacting maybe to a dying heart, a partially, maybe even still partially alive heart pumping things through it, right? So
Entire party. I mean, I know Canadius has tried it before, and he would do pretty well at lower levels, but I mean, Zenith is a wizard.
I was going
he's
to say
a Zithzerd.
fairly dangerous in this party because I think, well, no, that's not true. Because Del, are you a full caster? No, you weren't a full caster, right? I mean, I guess the clerics are.
What do you mean
They're
full
straight.
caster?
Like you, what,
Do I
like
have
are you
spell slots?
multi-class?
Yes,
What
I'm
are you?
monk and druid.
What are you? You're
But I'm
monk and yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm like
So
level
like,
2 druid.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like a
So
half caste.
yeah, yeah. I mean, currently you only have level 1 spells.
Correct.
I mean, the clerics can do some damage. I'll say that. Clerics
Oh
can do
yeah,
some damage, and they can not heal you, which Zith very much relies on.
I mean,
That's the thing. You're kind of a glass cannon.
Yeah,
yeah. Canadius can't really deal too much damage output, but he does have the HP to really take what you deal.
yeah.
But I've also tried and failed multiple times to kill the entire party. So
I have a microwave. I'm dying to try and build once, but it would take a lot of things to go right to make it happen.
Microwave.
Yeah.
like when
Just
you
a,
Is this a combination of spells?
yeah.
Oh,
Like you
Like-
called the other one. What did you call the other one? Well, you called it a microwave. You put them all in a dome, right? Yeah.
Well, there's the blend. There's the blender. The blender is when either of the clerics do spirit guardians, because I love that spell. That's the blender.
The blender.
I don't know if I've done a microwave because you need something inside the microwave. Like you need a.
he tried to do it.
I mean, that's why I'm so interested in Morton Cannon's dog. Frankly.
You want to put him in a microwave?
Release the hound.
The hound that can't move. He can't be released because he literally can't move. This is one downfall.
Okay. All right, I'm back. Thank you. I switched over to my 5G network because my landline is, my hardwire Ethernet cable is not plugged in right now. I was doing some testing on some other computers, and so I forgot to plug it back in. I'm wondering why I was so slow. All right. So, Zastra is one of your hosts, and the other one is Lyson. And Lyson seems to be something of a cynic, and Zastra indeed looks upon you like your little children because you're brand new to this whole astral sea thing. But they have agreed to take you down to go see Kaisera. Kaisera is the second mate.
Oh, I haven't noted at the first mate. It's the second mate.
Yeah, that's because I probably told you that she was the first mate, but I lied. So, Lyson leads the way and begins to head down the staircase that goes to the next level. Now, you can see from here a little bit of ways because where this stern castle is crashed into this giant giant person, god, there are shall I say, parts of the flesh that have torn up. You already can see just within 100 yards or so, huge rib bones of the ship, but you can't really see where the other um, crash sites are. Right, there are 3 pieces of this ship because other things are in the way. So, and those other things are flesh made into stone now. So they're making little tiny mountains. Imagine like a Star Trek. It's the best way I can think of it in my mind is a Star Trek landscape where it's got these little mountains that come up sideways and they're really sharp, and so they get in the way. And so there's a lot of little things here and there. Plus, there's other bones like sticking out that have also petrified. There are tunnels which may have been veins at some point. There, things like that are kind of all throughout this very rough moon-like landscape where it's just all gray except for the coloring just gets a little bit pinkish, but it's still kind of gray as it is continuing to petrify. This god is continuing to die. It takes forever in the astral sea for things to actually just finally go kaput, and it's missing pieces as well, perhaps because of a fight that it was in where it took a great deal of damage, perhaps, but also maybe these two have already told you about dangerous predators that are all throughout the area, right?
They did mention something.
Yeah, like like you asked, well, why didn't everybody gather? And Lyson will say, well, because we like to keep our heads, that kind of thing, right? And Zastra would then elaborate a little bit, kind of rolling her eyes, and she goes, you obviously haven't met everything that lives in the astral sea. She says,
oh, they did describe the thing that we already fought with, I think.
They talked about these large, kind of like anglerfish. They're called star anglers.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, you met those. Okay. But there's all kinds of other things. There's perhaps things that look like very dangerous and large manta rays. What fly through the air, but they also have got lots of eyes and so forth. Dangerous. Very dangerous. And they'll wrap you up and eat you while it holds you steady. Others, there's all kinds of other things, not just the star anglers, but there's other little yuppies flying about here and there. Big teeth. Probably wouldn't mess with those. And who knows what else this landscape has to offer, or the space around it. They've mentioned, I believe, an odd chaos field of magic also around this dead god. Did they mention that too?
Yep.
What has an effect, especially on teleporting?
Yes, that I did know.
Yeah, messes with teleporting, so probably not that.
I have 2 questions, Jim. One, would Anea and Ollie be with us or not? And if not, can we summon them?
They did not come through the portal with you. I will give you, if you would like them to be here, they can be if you pocket dimension them before you went through the portal at some point.
No, I would
pull them back out again.
But I can't summon them here.
Yeah, no.
Like opening up a pocket dimension?
Yeah, like doing a
fully
normal summoning. Yeah.
10-minute ritual.
Okay.
You
You could, if you took your 10-minute time or whatever it is to do that. You could summon them here.
Okay. I mean, are we in any rush? I would ask that. I would ask Lyson.
Yeah,
are we in a rush? We have some stuff that we could, maybe help protect us, given all the dangers you just told us about. If we could take 10 minutes.
Why, yeah, they have not implied a rush. They just simply, when you started to ask a certain level of questions, they exchanged glances. They got a little bit nervous about some of the questions you were answering, if you recall. It was a week ago. But they would glance back and forth to each other. They tend to finish each other's sentences, that kind of thing. And so they look at each other and they said, well, that's probably the kind of question what you should ask Kaisera.
Yeah.
She be the second mate.
Yeah, if it's okay with everybody, Zith would take his 10 minutes, and I'd ask them, if I could just have 10 minutes, it might help our defenses as we explore here, if you don't mind. And he would spend his, I forget if it's 10 gold or 10 silver, but
Right then.
summon
Yeah, you got to
Ollie.
pull out your bowl. You got to pull out your bowl.
Yep.
And do your thing, right?
Yep.
Now, from the top of the Stern Castle, it's like a 3-story building, right? Because there's the top of the deck, and then there's the lower deck, and then there is a deck below that, which kind of goes down toward the, what's it called? The hold of the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Would be
Right. And so from your vantage point, as you kind of come closer toward the mast that's kind of broken up there, you see down below at the second level, so a level down from you, where the main deck has plummeted into the flesh or rock of this creature and crashed. A little bit off from there, surrounded by the landscape where they seem to have cordoned off kind of this little safe zone. Which isn't really safe. I believe that they have also mentioned, forgive me if I'm wrong and I've spoiled something, but they have some other crew down there and they have been falling under attack lately. Right?
I
So
think you mentioned that.
they have said that there's their camp, which is how they refer to this part of the ship now. Their camp has fallen under attack. Periodically, little waves of creatures come out of the dark along this landscape that surrounds them. Right, they're kind of sticking off the end a little bit of this part of Havoc. And I think they mentioned that this dead god is named Havoc, right? So I can just refer to that from now on as Havoc. God of chaos, and they've told you what they know, right? So down below there is a campfire, and around the campfire you see some people down there. Again, the campfire provides light to that area, but the light is often around others. One you can see is a large bipedal hippopotamus. Dressed in fine sailors' clothes, like not sailors, officers' clothes, and a couple other sailors down there with them, with this large hippopotamus creature.
And they're where? They're on another part of the ship.
No, they're an extension off of the next deck, like where the deck runs into the ground.
Yep.
For the next 10 to 20 feet is the terrain. It's the skin of the god. And they have a campfire going there. Okay. So it's a little bit away from the rest, but it's out not too far, right? It's not that far away.
Oh, I did forget the other question. So as we were plummeting towards here, we were falling slow, right? We were feather falling.
You were feather falling. That's right.
And you described.
Were we fallen or sucked in?
Sorry?
What?
Were we fallen or sucked in?
It was like gravity. So this land mass of a god is large enough to have its own gravity well. So it's got gravity. And so for purposes of adventuring here tactically, there is gravity, but you can fly. Everybody can fly. And you
Cool.
fly.
So
you
if we jump up, how high off the deck?
you just decide where you want to be. That's how you got here.
Okay, so we're just getting used to weightlessness.
Yeah, you're not weightless. You have weight, but movement in the astral sea is done through thought. So your movement speed is 5 feet times your intelligence score.
What I was going to ask was like, as we were slowly approaching, I think you described where at least some of the pieces of the ship were. So and we decided where to land, right? So we know generally that there are other parts of the ship and generally in what direction they are from here. I don't know if we know where all of them are, but you described a couple, including the foreship, I think, was crashed into some other.
We're
The
going to call
prow,
this
yeah.
the prow. Yeah, so the prow is buried in the chest cavity,
Yes.
like maybe at the heart of this god.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
The other piece of the ship looks like the starboard side, so the whole right side of the ship is just embedded in kind of right off of a fleshy part of the rib, one of the ribs. So it's about 300 yards from where you're at. You cannot see it directly from here because of the terrain. But if you flew up, you could see it. You could fly directly to it if you wanted to.
If
because you can fly.
That's what Zith wanted to do. Seemed like everybody wanted to these guys. So sorry, I'm a barking dog. So
you want to fly down to here.
Zith wanted to just bail to the I don't know what you call it, the prow, start there. But if let's play this out. Like people would like to talk to the Giths. We'll probably learn something. Zith would call Ollie and just have her sort of keep an eye, around us, just circle and warn us of anything that looks nasty, while we go talk to the second mate.
Okay.
Kaisera.
So, Kaisera. Right. So these names are in the chat. If you want to take note of them, please do, so you can refer back that way. I put pictures of who you're talking to and what they look like. So, for example, here is Zastra and Lysera. Lyson and Zastra. Okay. And then, let me pop in a picture of the other dude. Stand by while I grab that from my notes. I'm going to put my notes on the right screen. All right. So, here we are. Okay. So this, they'll just tell you that this person that you see, copy, where is it? Copy, paste. I'll paste his picture into the chat. This is the hippopotamus. Let me make sure I don't have anyone selected. So it comes in as me. There we go. It's uploading this picture, and I will pop it out and show you. So this is what you see as this officer standing around the fire with a few other of the crew. Okay.
He's an actual hippo.
Like literally a bipedal hippo person. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep, for sure.
I'm gonna sidle up to Dell and whisper, "Hey, am I seeing things, or is that man a bipedal hippo?"
You asking who?
Dell. I'm whispering
Zastra?
to him.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. No, Dell.
Oh, Dell. Gotcha. I couldn't hear. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm still trying to figure out how it's walking around.
Well, it concerns me that
a hippo in a menagerie. It ate a man.
even in this world, they're blessing the rains in Africa, huh?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So guess we're not going crazy, or at least we are. We're all going.
Hope Jim would pick up.
Yeah, I just hope they're not too hungry.
Yeah. Today suddenly has a shiver as he remembers the horrible incident at the menagerie.
I imagine they're big, like the size of a hippo.
They're large. Yeah, I mean, he's humanoid size, medium size. So they're not
What's his
hippopotamus.
entourage
Oh,
like?
okay.
Not hippo sized, but
What's his entourage like?
they very interestingly, they look like very pretty men. Not like
They're
they're
not
wearing
all hippo
makeup,
people,
but they
only
all
the
look
one.
like what's his name on the cover of all the romance novels?
Fabio.
Fabio.
Yes, like Fabio.
Fabio.
Variations on a
Oh.
theme there. They all look like Fabio. So
They're all carrying little Yorkies, and they named Toto.
they're rippling with muscles. All of their shirts look like, they're right off of Pirates of the Caribbean kind of thing. And so let's see. Let me make this guy's visible, and I'll move him over where he is on the map. So they're all about here.
We're not downstairs yet.
Nope. But I'm just putting them where you can see them.
Yeah.
So, and then there are a couple of other people. I'm putting them on the map while I'm describing them. Like I said, there are a few others around the campfire that are these, and they have a bit of a glow to them. It could be just their face cream that they use, the lotions and whatnot to keep themselves so pretty, but they have a bit of a glow to them. Kineas, make a perception roll. You're kind of able to see them from where you're at.
Okay. And can I have an AI give me the help action?
No?
Darn it.
Yeah, that's fine. If Anea is there, is she there? I haven't put her on the.
Yeah, I've been him and free summoner. So
Did you put a token out? No. Okay. Let me grab a token for you, sir. Kineas, Anea. So we'll put Anea perching maybe right on the edge of the whatever that is, the railing on the deck, on the upper deck.
Yeah. So I got a natural 20.
Nice. These are celestials.
Oh.
Yeah, just the way they toss their hair, and it does that whole angelic tossing around. It's like, definitely got the look of celestials.
Like, okay, so obviously they're very pretty, but they don't like to have metallic skin, wings, or any of these other hallmarks.
They're not angels.
They're really obvious. Yeah.
They're not angels. These are perhaps like the lowest order of celestials, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, cool.
Yeah.
Naya? Are those what I think they are? I'm saying this telepathically through our bond.
Oh yeah, celestials for sure. That's my neck of the woods, sorta.
Wow. So, is this a good sign or a bad sign in your opinion?
Oh, good sign.
Okay. Just a little taken aback, honestly. They're so beautiful.
For sure, for sure.
I mean, way pretty.
Have they recognized us yet?
Who's they? No, they're kind of blinded by the firelight.
Okay.
So they cannot see really very far out. I mean, except the circumference of the light itself, right?
Okay, then I guess I will go up towards the second mate.
Go up towards who?
The hippo man.
Oh, okay. So you're going to head down the stairs. He'll move out of the way. He goes, I thought you was going to go talk to Kaisera first.
Is he not Kaisera? Kaisera?
No, that's Ilren. He's the, he calls himself the interim leader.
I'm very interested to see where this is going.
Are you going to summon
Well, if he's the
Owly or
leader?
Aki?
Kaisera has the thing that was leading the ship, right?
Kaisera is the second mate. This is the interim leader.
Jim Zith would summon Owly to like circle above and just, warn me of anything that might look dangerous.
Okay, so Owly is going to take flight and start flying around in
like right above us, like 60 feet above us, just keeping an eye out.
And what kind of circles is this owl going to fly in?
I don't know, like the shape of the thing that we're on and where it goes into the body, but it would basically be like an enlarged like line around the ship, right? Like, so if there's a ship's side, like 20 feet further out and just in the shape of the ship. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I did. So kind of tight circle of what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet, kind of a 70-foot circle.
Yeah, or oval,
around.
like depending on the shape of the ship. But yeah.
I got you. I got you. I just needed to have a picture in my mind of where Owly was flying. So for right now, I'm going to toss Owly to the north, just so that you can see that it's maybe just barely on the map, flying around, and Owly is headed to the right. Okay, so flying, and we'll do a counterclockwise recon flight, letting you know if anything is coming toward the camp, right?
Yep.
All right.
And when was it Lysen? He was the one talking to, or she was the one talking to Kineas, right? About like he thinks he's the leader.
Yeah. That's this guy right here. I'll ping him, maybe. I forgot how to ping. There we go. That's this dude right here. And this is Zastra. This is Zastra.
Okay.
Now, didn't I forget if it was Lysen or Zastra, but didn't one of them talk about a magical item that they were using to guide the ship?
Yes. Yes, and we made the assumption that it's the second part of the rod.
Right, of the rod. Now, did they say Kaisera has that?
No. They said as soon as you start asking about that, you probably ought to talk to Kaisera. They look back and forth a little bit. Gotcha. Especially when you said like who's in charge. They look back and forth like, and I believe they said Ilren was in charge, but you need to probably go see Kaisera. All right, you guys are headed down the stairs. All right, I'm going to plop you over to the other map. So let me grab you guys that have gone down the stairs and float you over this way somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, but let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Before I move you, let me get the whole map up. you, sir. Right here. Okay. All of you should be able to probably see through Kineas's vision where Ilren is and where I don't have a fire to put down, but it's right between the three of them is the fire right here. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where the fire is, and you can kind of see that some of the flesh is kind of showing through pinkish, and there's some stone and all this kind of stuff. And so these are lumpy areas that are sticking up, right? And then beyond them, behind them, and all around are various other terrain that sticks up, providing kind of a what's it called? Backstop. A backstop to their camp. So it gives them a little bit of an area where there is some ship that they can get on. There's some planking still there, but then there's also running right into this flesh. So you would enter the camp area like on this side, because this is still a little up in the air, beached on this uprising of the terrain, right? So this is sticking up a little bit, would block vision perhaps to get to where the camp is. And they've got a campfire there, and they're kind of hanging out around the campfire. Looks like they're drinking, maybe. Okay.
Yes. So I'm going up to the two Celestials and the Hippo Man.
Shouldn't we let those one of the sentries that we just met, the two people above, and introduce us?
All right, can I ask you can move yourself over to the camp area?
I mean, we're going to introduce ourselves anyway, so if you think it's a bad idea, we can hold off for a second, but pretty sure they know we're here. So
No. Yeah, it's more of etiquette than anything else. But okay, if you wanna approach them.
Oh, I say. Hello.
Hello there. Oh, we have visitors. Lyson, why didn't
yeah.
you introduce them?
No fault of his. I got a little overexcited.
Hell just nudges Ozus.
Yep. Zastra kind of nudges Zith and points toward these doors that are on the ship that go into the back of the hold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Okay.
Zith would try and inconspicuously cast the message spell to who is that again? Sorry, that is
this person here. This is
Zastra.
Yeah. This is
Zastra.
Mm-hmm.
I would message to her. What's in there? And she should be able to send me a message back without talking if she wanted to.
Yep, she doesn't even move her lips. She just, you can't do that, Mr. Watermelon.
Oh, sorry.
All right. You're kind of in a little raised area because this part of the ship is beached up on part of this rocky, rough skin that is up and turned to kind of fleshy stone. She whispers, she just looks at you, and you can hear the words in your head. She says, Kaisera's in there.
Oh, got it. I give her a wink. Let's see how this plays out with Kineas and Mr. Hippo.
She darts a glance over at her twin and rolls her eyes as Kineas is like, oh, hello. And so you'd have to come up this way and kind of step off the wreckage onto the skin from here, right? So over this way.
We get Ezra right behind me, right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we don't want to forget Ezra. Yeah, okay. Shoot. You knew it.
So
Attic.
Lyson moves over to you, Ozus, and he kind of nudges you with the back of his hand, just like bump bump on your back, and then shoots a glance at the doors where Ezra's standing. Kind of moves his head ever so slightly toward the door as well. Kind of shoots a glance and kind of moves his head to the side a little bit, like that way.
Oh, I'm thinking the sentry's already. Okay.
And then he moves up behind Kineas, not menacingly at all, but he's like, "Hey, Ilrin, oi, these blokes has been roaming the sea. Thought I'd give them a bit of a refresher with Kaisera's cooking." "Oh, see, well, certainly you are free to move about the ship. Any visitor that is not hostile and certainly not some kind of aberration from the sea is welcome here. We've had far too many visitors that weren't friendly."
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And trust me and my friends are here, not here to cause any trouble. We're looking for an object, and afterwards, we'll be out of your hair, and we might be able to help find a way out off this rock.
But of course,
whatever you
please
call it.
welcome yourself around the fire and warm up if you need. You're welcome here. And he kind of moves away from around the fire a little bit to make room for you. The sailor steps back if you want to move up closer to the fire. I'm going to put just a template down for the fire that is right here. So this is where the fire is.
And this is where the door is right here, right?
Right next to you. Yep, there is a door there.
Not here. Not in front of me.
No, it's just.
And I can see that they're moving all my friends towards the over here-ish.
Nope, you didn't see any of that. You were talking to Ilrin.
Okay, so
but he comes up and he kind of taps you on your pauldron, and he goes, "You said you was hungry, right?"
I'm gonna give him like a what the heck look. Then, yeah, you know what? Yes, I am.
Well, join your friends on the other side of the door.
I'll nod to him. Well, Mr. Ilrin, it's been nice chatting to you. I'll be more than happy to join you by the fire once I get some food in my belly.
Okay. All right, so now Ali is flying off the map over here a little ways.
Yeah. Can I make an insight check on what the heck just happened?
Your insight check will help you with intent. Is it? Are they lying? Are they?
Tent.
Yeah, with a tent. If you want to sit there and make camp, yeah, you can.
Oh, no, I mean like for the Gets Yankee.
Yeah, you want to know if he's trying to trap you or deceive you. Does he have bad intent or good intent? That's really what. Like you're picking up from body language or things that are he's saying.
That he just said.
Go ahead. You can make an insight check.
Sorry about not going for food. That was out of nowhere.
Yeah, so it looks like he is definitely, his intent is to tell a story to Ilrin about you guys need to get some food. and you sense when you piece together some of his body language that he's trying to get you away from Ilrin.
It was very much he does not trust Ilran when I'm picking it up.
Yeah, you could pick that up for sure.
Okay. I'm gonna, glance over my shoulder back at Ilran and the two Celestials. Like, what the heck? I mean, this is weird for us, but I mean, these guys are all part of the same crew.
Yeah. Oh, you can't see Allie flying around, but she's flying around out there. I'll put her.
Did the Celestials like engage with Kneas as far as we could tell, or look at him, or?
Yeah, they were, not outspoken or anything. They're just sailors. But yeah, they were like making room for Kneas around the fire if he wanted to come over. And then when he started to go the other way, they just moved back to where they were, and they're warming their hands. They're drinking some ale, something like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mind link with Anea and tell her, "Hey, Anea, can you stay out of sight for a little while and keep an eye on the Hippo Man and the Celestials? I don't know what's going on, but something's up."
Jim, can I roll perception to like passive perception just to get a feel, like streetwise, like
That would be insight.
not perception?
The perception would be to see if something is there or identify what it is. It's using your vision.
Passive perception is when you're becoming aware of what's going on around you.
Yeah,
Perception
but that's
is when
like
you're
that someone is there or not, right? I'm gonna see, or if something is there or not, like a secret door or something like that. So insight would be looking, like reading the room. That's insight.
Well, then I'll do an insight check.
There you go. Go for it. Yeah. It's clear that Zastra and Lyson don't. They have. They're acting on a measure of distrust. I think that's a good term for it. Distrust. They don't trust Ilren, the big hippo.
Oh, so all of a sudden, so right away we can tell that if they don't trust the person they're working for and they just met us, things must be pretty bad here.
Yep. There's clearly a facade. For sure.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
You can eke that out pretty easily especially with a 19 insight. That, I mean, it's not super clear if either of these strange space elves have ill intent toward you, but they haven't acted like it yet. Maybe there's, a really big pot they're going to put you all in on the other side of those doors, but probably not. You don't get the feeling like they're trying to steer you to dinner, to become dinner, for example.
That doesn't want to waste any more time and sort of like pokes Oz that's in the back, like, get it, and then says, like, almost performatively, like, man, I am hungry. Let's get in there. Like, pushing Oz is like, go.
It'd be nice
Thanks
to have
so
something
much.
other than burned bacon.
Zith would be like, Kneas, you don't have to bait him.
But it's
Okay, so we're going to go in.
Yeah, someone didn't make a door, so I'm making one. All right, there you go. All right, so the door's open. You guys can see inside. This is the mast pole is right here that goes to the deck above where you were, and you're in kind of this little cabin area where yeah, and so Lyson will go in and he points to the north door. He goes, "That's the galley." He reaches over and opens the door, and inside you see a half orc. She is dressed in gear fit for the ship's cook. And here is what she looks like. It's going to come across as her. And so let me just pop this out for you and show you. She goes, with a mouthful of teeth, of course, a couple of big tusks coming up from her bottom jaw. She is typical orc. She's a full orc, not a half orc. Did I say half orc?
No.
My bad. My bad. She is a full orc if I said half orc. And so she's got that that gray skin, and she's got white hair, and it looks like she's cooking wafts of various spices and flavor. Ah! And Lyson basically calls in from behind and goes, Kaisera, got some visitors. We'll see what you got cooking. Oh, come on in. Come on in.
Okay. He just keeps getting stranger and stranger.
So there's more room than what appears to have here. It's really a 15 by 10 foot room, so it's not. Whoops, sorry. But she's got a counter, and behind is kind of a stove, and she's cooking, and you can smell things bubbling on the stove, and definitely some decent spices. She goes, I can't promise the food has any nutritional value, but it'll taste good.
What was the name on our ship? The troll? Orc? Deadpan? I'm looking for the notes.
The Lambent and the Zenith?
No, on your own ship. He's talking about the cook was a half orc or an orc.
Yeah, I'm looking for. Where did we post that?
Should be a discussion thread.
So ask her if she knows. Yeah, I thought it was in chat, but I didn't see it.
It's on
Yeah, so click
crew
meta chat. You'll
sheet, which is like a
go to
sub
thread.
chat of meta chat. I don't always see it.
So
Iron Man.
so the Githyanki head back up to their patrol again. They start working out their patrol.
So I wanted to ask her if she knew him.
Yes, you created Corvash Iron Pan Orncast.
Where's that at?
Go to OOC meta chat, and you
I
see the
keep
little
looking.
spindle that says that's the threads.
It's in the thread where you were starting to put all your crew together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
most of them
poor
have.
guys. We'll have to see how many of them were able to swim to shore. Oh no, most of them died, right? When the ship got thrown.
No,
Maybe some were able to jump off.
no, we were on the ghost ship.
Oh, no, you're right. So they still have their ship, and hopefully that survived.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Good.
he's a half orc. That's who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Pan. I'll ask her if she knows Iron Pan.
I've got two of them right here. Of course, I've got iron pans. What you talking about?
Then I say Iron Pan's full name, which is Corvash. Iron Pan Orcanthoth.
Look, if we had a bake-off, I'd kick his arse all over the place.
Oh, so you do know him?
Nope, never met him.
Okay. You burn your bacon?
Do you
I
like?
burn my bacon.
Do you like it burned? Or are you just
I
a
like
bad
it burnt.
cook?
No, once you go burnt, you never go back.
I wish we could go back.
Zith, are you going to close the door, by the way?
YouTube plus our channel.
No. I mean, where are Zastra and Lyson? Are they with us? It looks like they're up on
No.
the stairs.
No, they said we're going back to patrol.
All right. Well, there's clearly something up. Yeah, I'll close that door. I'll stay out of this room. It seems fairly crowded, but I'll be outside the door, listening in and engaging. But I would shut this door.
Okay. All right. Very good. So, where are you from? What you doing?
We're from the material plane.
Oh, yep, me too. Used to be a pirate. Gave that up, started cooking. Haven't looked back. Love cooking.
Okay. So,
So
we're-
you're the cook on this ship?
Well, I am, and second mate as well.
Ah,
okay, so I have a question to ask about what just. So I went to go talk to the Hippo Man and the two.
He's a gift. If I was you, wouldn't be referring to him as a hippo man. It's not polite. He's a gift.
I don't. Am I supposed to know that? So that's his race?
Right?
I honestly don't know.
Yep.
I've never met one before.
Well, he's a gift. His name is Ilren.
Yes.
He also came aboard from a wrecked skiff he had. Crashed here as well. Joined the party. Now, kind of taken over as camp leader here. Calls himself the interim leader.
But he's not actually one of you.
Oh, not the original crew, but yep. He is now.
So why were the Lyran and Zastra so wary of it? Yeah. Why were Lyran and Zastra so wary of him? Like, I went to talk to him and they're just like, nope.
Well,
really, like,
good question. Not sure I have a good answer, but
take a bad answer.
Maybe because he's newer, not original. And, he's kind of taken over a bit. Maybe they resent that. They think maybe I should be. Actually, the first mate should be in charge here, but he's gone a bit batso.
Where is he?
He's locked himself in his quarters down in the stateroom.
Oh. And you're saying he's gone mad?
Yeah, he seems to have gone a bit off his rocker, going on about all kinds of things. So he's locked himself down where he feels safe. Won't
what
come
types
out.
of things is he talking about?
I don't remember. Just, on about things. Ilren says that he's really just kind of got some kind of space sickness, and he'll probably be better in a few weeks.
Well, that is the most suspicious thing I've ever heard.
What do you mean? Someone takes ill, you find that suspicious?
Normally, yes.
Why is that?
I'm a bounty hunter, and I've hunted down plenty of people who, and I do the air quotes, become ill because their loved ones are poisoning them to get their estate money.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, nothing here is poisonous. I mean, one of the blokes gets a stomach ache when I use a certain one of these, and she pulls up a bottle of this deep red powder. She goes, not to his liking, but, It's maybe from a plane he's not used to. That might be.
What is it?
It's kasha root. It's a bit spicy, I admit, but I love it. Good for the bones.
Are we gonna eat here, guys, or?
Yeah,
Sure.
she gets some bowls out and tosses out some wooden spoons, puts the bowls out there, and then she grabs this pot with her bare hands and moves it over to the serving table that's, her work table where she would chop food or whatever. And she starts slopping out some of this stew. It has some unusual tentacly things in it, and she's like, this is awesome. You love this. It's more local, if you know what I mean, but once in a while we come across some good food that will like to kill us and makes for good soup.
Yeah, Zith would break bread and sort of slowly work small talk into more of real questions. So, how did you all land here, and how did you run into the GIF? Were they always on board, and who are the
Well, yeah.
Celestials? Where did they
Oh.
come from?
The crew, all crew. The Lambent Zenith
Interesting.
was on a mission to spread light throughout the multiverse.
Ooh.
And you ended up here.
The Celestials are original crew,
That's right.
but Ilrand is not. Okay.
Ilrin is a new addition, came along, I don't know, a while back. Can't remember exactly.
But before you crashed,
No, after.
where do you think he would have come from? Just
Well,
came
he
from the
was on
sky?
Skiff. Yeah, it was on a skiff from another ship like ours. And it also had a problem, and so he was a survivor from that and came aboard.
And who was the first mate or the captain?
Well, captain, yes. The captain, that's Inda. She was in the prow of the ship. She had some kind of a device that would open portals for us and let us skip along between the multiverses.
And what happened to... Sorry, her name is what? Priya?
Ysera?
Inda.
No, Inda.
Inda is the captain, so I'll put Captain Inda in the chat for you.
And is Inda still around?
I haven't seen her. She was in the prow, and that's quite a bit of ways. I think it crashed. If she survived, that's probably where she is.
And how long ago has this happened? Or did this happen?
A few months ago. Can't remember exactly.
And nobody's ventured out. So you guys can't venture to the other parts of the ship?
It's very dangerous.
So you
no, we
can
don't.
fly.
Yeah, you think you want to be exposed up there in free space? Not a brilliant idea.
Wasn't that bad when we got dropped. I mean, maybe it's just because we got lucky, but
Has anybody tried it? Has anybody attempted to meet up with another part of the ship?
Sorry?
Has anybody attempted to go to another part of the ship or find Inda, your captain?
Why are you asking?
we've
got a lot of questions.
Yeah, honestly, I find it a little odd if you're a family, a crew that set out on a mission, and after this traumatic accident, your ship breaks apart in 3-4 pieces. Nobody's trying to find each other and gather up and figure out what happened, and then you let some GIF who just got here take over? I don't know. It's confusing. No disrespect intended. We just shot out of a portal and flew to, and got dropped on this planet out of nowhere.
Hey, well, Davros came along from the other starboard segment.
Oh, good.
Have we met
And
Davros?
we have not. Got it. Okay. So there's some
No, he's across
communication.
the hall over there, Davros is.
Oh, good. Good. And is there any reports from the other segment of sort of what shape they're in or how many crews over there?
It wasn't much over there, but
Hmm.
yeah, he came with his dog and a tree. So
Like a
Like an
walking tree or a
Yeah, like an animated
Tree?
tree?
yeah, you know,
Hmm.
I am
Like-
Groot.
a treant.
Dell might be interested in that. Maybe Dell can communicate with it on some deeper level. I have one.
Never met one, but I'd be interested to.
You could tell that she's becoming very reluctant to answer your questions.
Yeah, I know. I feel it closing down. I would just ask one last thing, if you don't mind. I'd be shoving her food down, excited, making a show of how good it is.
Okay.
Kaysera, have you seen this artifact that Inda opened the portals with?
She really just kind of focuses one eye. She kind of squints the other. She focuses that one eye on you real close. Why don't you make a persuasion check to see
Okay.
if the way, especially when she does that, if you can kind of assure her that you have heroic purposes.
Help action?
Sure. Do it with advantage.
I gotta get over here. Where are we? No. Here we go. Persuasion check. Yeah.
With advantage.
I don't know. I'll just roll twice on it. I can't do advantage. Not good.
Probably going to do better the second time. All right. She looks at you and she goes, well, I can see that you strangers mean well. I don't even know your names.
I'm Zith.
Aeneas.
Ozus leans over. He's still at that door. I'm Ozus, the burnt bacon guy.
And of course,
Ezra.
Ezra will introduce himself as well. Priest of Moradin. She goes, that's a pretty good dwarf god. And she looks over at the monk. Yeah, I got it.
Where's Dell?
He's
right there.
right next to her.
Right there.
She looks over and she goes, mm-hmm.
I can't. Oh, I know why. Because okay.
You're from where you're at.
can
You
only
can't see
speak
through the
names.
walls. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She goes, well, I see that you mean well. So I'll answer that whole interrogation of questions you got coming through. You're new here, trying to get the lay of the land, so to speak. Yeah, well, there was some kind of extremely rare and powerful magic artifact that the captain had. She kept it in the front of the ship in a kind of a secret compartment, a safe room, if you will. And she used it to make portals for us to travel through. Our ship would fly all through the astral sea. And then we could go different places and, meet different people. Try to have a good effect on them all. Try to bring them all together, unify them. Her main goal was to unify the multiverse. Not like make it one universe, but make them one in...
Hear it.
yeah, sure. I don't remember her mission entirely, but that was all the gist of it. That's why we came on as crew. We backed her big time. So poor Figaro, she trusted him quite a bit, and he's a wizard. Good first mate, good stock. But she protected that artifact like crazy. She locked that safe room up. It's got security on it like you wouldn't believe. It's only a couple of ways to disarm it. I understand there's like a couple of runes that have to be disabled before it'll unlock. Not sure where they're located, but they were throughout the ship, not all in one place. And then when the Zenith ran into some trouble coming through one of them portals, broke up right as we were coming in toward this thing. Went very quickly, but it triggered the security, locked that place right up, locked it up good. Haven't seen the captain since. We all broke up into pieces and landed at different places on this thing. Wish Figaro would get out here though, because there's just something about Ilrin, you know. He's got a way about him. I don't know. We all. She kind of stops for a second. And
Go on.
She looks at Zith and she goes, "We all seem to be suffering from a little bit of a memory problem here and there."
Yeah, I noticed that. No one seems to remember.
I'm not sure, but because I don't remember well. But maybe it was the crash. Maybe it's living on this bloody god rock in space. But seems like it all kind of started about the time Ilrin showed up.
Do you feel like, do you feel like it's more dangerous with him here? Like, are you guys in danger?
I don't think so. But
Okay.
we've been under attack. The longer we're here, we keep getting these random raids of monsters that show up. They're coming out of the butt crack of this thing. Who knows? But
not fun.
I don't think we have as many crew as we used to. But I can't remember.
Hey.
That means we're up for a fight. As I'm looking at the door, do I see anything going on out of here?
It's closed.
The door's closed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see anything out there? There you go.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. I would actually.
Oh, I would. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a waste.
Actually, I would like to take a peek through Renea's eyes to see what Ilren and the Celestials are up to.
All right. So you close your eyes for a minute, and you suddenly focus in on Enea, who is peeking through the railing along the edge of the ship, kind of hanging on down below there. Actually, not hanging on. She's kind of just floating right there, since she figured out how to do that. She doesn't even have to flap her paper wings anymore. You get the impression that that's pretty cool. She likes soaring when she can, but here she doesn't even have to be a wind. She can do that. It's very nice. And then you're like, "What do you see?" And you kind of like guide her face back over to the campfire. And Ilrin is just hanging out by the campfire. These guys are kind of on guard out by camp. They're like on watch. this way while the others patrol the deck of the ship. But they're also talking and laughing about things and that sort of thing. Just small talk. But
Okay.
they're hanging out there. 3 of them are still out there.
Is there I thank you for all of that information. Yes, we are here. We bring you no harm. We are looking for that other piece though. We are trying to we're on a massive mission by to sort of save I actually forget what we're saving.
Everything.
But yeah, we are from another portal that we came through. We are tasked with getting these pieces of artifact back together so that these master magicians can craft an item that may honestly save our world.
Well, it's powerful. If that is what it is, then wouldn't
We're
surprise
pretty
me.
confident it is. I think we need to get into that hold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there
Now,
anybody else here to talk to that that might give us other insight into how to get to that part of the ship and into the hold, or who may know about the runes?
Figaro knows all this stuff, but he's he's not really fit to be.
That's the first mate.
Yeah, he's
First
locked
mate
up
gone wild.
He's locked up downstairs, but locked himself up. No one else locked him in there, by the way.
Well, fortunately, we have, and I'll point towards Ezra, one of the best clerics in all of our world.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you can.
Let's Ezra react to this.
Maybe you can cure him. It seems to be mostly in his head, though. He's gone to babbling on about things. We hear him talking in his room, but he's got some kind of magic locking himself away in there, keep him safe.
Now,
Talks about people. He's gone paranoid, I tell you. He thinks everyone's out to kill him.
did he go mad like this before or after Ilrond showed up?
I think it was Ilrund's. I don't know. I can't remember. I think he's just gone. He's gone gonzo, completely mad. Could be all the magic he slings around. Maybe it got to him.
I mean, when you're on
Or is he charmed?
wild magic field,
You think maybe he's charmed?
Well, I don't think so. He's quite paranoid of everyone. Normally, charmed people like everyone.
Then he's petrified.
He's not. Hasn't turned to rock, if that's what you mean. But he's scared for
I'll
sure.
just leave the actual clericing to Ezra. You keep blowing stuff up, and
Well, if you don't mind, we'd love to. I mean, I'm a wizard. I'm always excited to meet other magicians, practitioners. Would you mind if we went down and maybe we can talk some sense into him, and or maybe
Good
Ezra
luck with that.
can?
That'd be nice if you could. Because all I know about how to get into that safe room is that it takes some kind of magic or a passphrase or something to deactivate it. Captain never shared that with me, though. That was I was only her and the first mate that knew any of that stuff.
And that is Figaro.
I do know that one of the runes is located somewhere on the starboard side of the ship.
Of this section of the ship?
No, the other one.
The one that we just were on?
No, the starboard side.
Oh. Right. So yeah. So another section that we currently have.
It's like in between us and.
Sort
Got
of.
it.
Think of you like a triangle. You're a very obtuse triangle that has one long leg to go straight to the prow, and a shorter leg, still 300 yards to get to the starboard side, and another 300 yards from the starboard side to get to the prow. or 600 yards directly, right? Or close,
Okay.
maybe 500 yards.
Well, yeah, I'd love to go take a crack at figure out bring Ezra down, and maybe we can bring him some of your incredible food. And I don't.
Just
I mean, it sounds.
be careful around Ilrin.
We will.
We can get to him. He's below here. Do we have to go back out to go
Yeah.
down to where he's at?
Yeah, you'll need to.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Well, I appreciate the food.
Well, was it good? You know,
Excellent.
delicious.
if one of them suckers gets stuck between your teeth, you know, I've got some picks if you like.
Hey. Okay, gang, I think we have our plan.
I'll take a
And
pic
so-
from him and thank him.
Her, yeah.
Her, sorry, her.
Yep. And so, all right. So good luck. Let me know how it goes.
Okay.
You'll be the first to know.
And before I walk outside, I want to, you know, I'm gonna let Anea know I'm gonna pop her back into a pocket dimension.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna pop Anea into her pocket dimension.
Okay.
That way, I don't need to have her sneak around to rejoin back up with us.
Okay. Anea disappears.
Yep.
We can see that roll, Jim, if you meant to
That's
not,
okay.
for us not to not see it. Okay.
I'm fine with that. Oh, I had Figaro selected, so it looked like it came from him. But yeah, it was just me. That was just me
Nope.
rolling. Anea's gone. Poof.
Yep, she's in a pocket dimension. She goes from wherever she was hiding to a extra dimensional space.
Kind of like teleporting.
Okay.
Kinda, but not. I think. I have no idea. I
She
actually
just
don't know much
poof.
about magic.
She goes.
I'm a
poof.
warlock.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I will unpoof her right next to me.
You're
That way
gonna
she's with me when
bring her back to you.
Yeah.
You reach out into the extra dimensional pocket that lives behind somewhere, and Anea's not there.
Anea. I reach out with my mind to find her.
You hear
I
like
always
a mental echo in this extra dimensional space.
You can, either she's gone or you can't communicate with her in this space.
It doesn't feel like she's dead though, right?
No.
It's not like that same hollow feeling I would get whenever she dies.
Well, I'm going to go into this room here.
Yeah. And I'm going to inform Zith about this. Zith,
Yeah.
I can't summon Anea. I sent her to a pocket dimension so I wouldn't have to have her sneak around.
They told you about the
And
teleport stuff. You can't be screwing with that, man.
know anything about magic? I'm a
You should have
warlock.
asked. A terrible one at that, but you should have asked. I don't think you're going to get her back, friend.
I mean, she doesn't feel like she's gone forever. I can't contact her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're going to get her back while we're here, is what I mean. And maybe she's waiting at Vigil. That's all I can think of. But yeah, like
she's probably stuck in the pocket. It feels more like, does it feel like more like she's just out of service or like she's dead?
No, she's around. You just. What's the range
I just can't.
that you can talk to her?
So there are two ranges. There's 100 feet for me, her being my familiar, and let me look up pseudo dragons. And then she has that her personal telepathic abilities.
Zip is just going to start marching down to go see if we can find the wizard.
Let's see. Yeah, limit telepathy. She can telepath communicate with any creature within 100 feet of her.
I think this is Dastra. Zith would sort of. She's the one that Zith feels closest to. Like, she gave him the hint about where she was, to go over there. So he's gonna sort of confide in her in really short, brief term, like keeping his voice low, because I take it that Ilren is right there. Sort of like, hey, yeah, I talked to the second mate. She told us about the artifact and Figaro, and we'd love to go try and meet him. I know he's might be crazy and not let us in, but we'd love to give it a shot. We really do need to figure out if we can get to that artifact.
He's
All
downstairs.
right, we're gonna fight our way out of it.
Head down.
Do I?
Okay. I go get my friends.
Wait. Do I find anything in here, Jim? Ugh.
Wait, where are you trying to go?
Where are we heading down? So I wanted to see, was there anything in this room?
Oh, in this room. Did you open that door?
Yeah, I was in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so inside this room, there is a... Let me tell you what you find.
Oh.
Scrolling. 1 second. So this has an empty wooden table in it and chairs that fill this mess hall. In the corner, an elf is playing a game of cards.
By himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks up and he goes, well, hello, who are you?
I'm Ozus. Who are you?
I'm Deveros.
Deveros, the card player?
Well, these days, yep, must pass the time. Do you know Crazy Eights?
Nah, I'm not really big on cards. I like burnt bacon. I'm a burnt bacon type of guy.
Well, my usual partner that I play with, a young halfling woman, her name's Sirit. She hasn't shown up for her games lately. So I've come to play them by myself.
Sirit's the cook, right? That we just met?
No.
No. Sirit
No,
is
I
a
didn't
halfling.
think so. Oh. Because the cook is an orc.
Her name is Sirit.
Sirit. I sit down at the table.
It does sound like a cook's name, though, when you say it a certain way now, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I sit down and I have him, I guess, start shuffling out a hand for me.
Okay. I hope you're not good, because I'm not good at all.
I'm not good at all. I don't remember how to play this game.
Oh, well then, I have good odds of winning. Excellent.
Oh. Do you have a hard time remembering things?
Well, I'm just
or do
not,
you have an easy time remembering?
I can remember how to play, I'm just not good at it. The cards just don't seem to like me so much. Sirit loved that.
Trying to get a feel of whether he's one of the trapped people here as well.
Ah. Okay. How do you expect to find that out?
By playing cards with him.
All right.
And I start talking to him.
So, haven't seen you around here. You must be new. Where are you from?
Very new. From Leylon.
Leylon. Nope, never been there.
Never went there?
Nope, never been there.
Hey, where are you from?
I used to be a crew member among the Spelljammer Verdant Branch. but I was attacked by space pirates. But I escaped on a lifeboat with my best friend, Ikasa, and a treant named Redbud.
So Ozus really does. I mean, I guess would we have heard of space jamming, the space jammer, when we were in the Pharaoh realm?
I don't think you've ever heard of a spell jammer.
So it's all brand new to us.
Mhm.
Just like our world would be all brand new to him.
Perhaps, if he's never been there.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Okay. But the idea of space, though, I'm aware of that, correct?
Perhaps if you were to have left Earth and kept flying up, maybe. You probably wondered about where the stars are.
I'm trying to get in their heads of
Mm-hmm.
So I start explaining Leilon to him and what it's like, and it's a planet, or I tried describing everything to him and hoping that he gets it. And I guess he's describing everything to me, and he's hoping that I get it.
Yeah, he talks about the Branch being a beautiful ship. Boy, the sails, when fully furled, were amazing, and it was fast. It was a very fast ship, but not fast enough. Had some space pirates attack us, and well, I was barely able to escape in time on a lifeboat. I think I skittered away before they realized I was gone.
We have water pirates that I don't know if you know what water is, but it's kind of like what you drink, and there's masses of amounts of it that you can actually float on.
Oh, I'm sure there are lots of places that have water. Yeah. So where you're from, there's a lot of it, does it?
Yes.
I see. Yeah.
So then for us, space is kind of like looking up at the stars then.
Yeah, the astral sea is amazing. Seems to go on forever, and lots of things out there. Just lots of things. Endless.
Yeah, I'm new to the astral sea. This is my first time, and I described to him the fight we had. And that we were floating around. We really couldn't catch our balance. We were all new to this.
Definitely haven't found your sea legs then, I guess.
And I asked him, I said, "Can you leave here?"
That's very dangerous. I barely made it from the other segment where we landed. Redbud's still
so you
over
can't
there.
leave this room.
He couldn't really move. He'd grown into the boat. That's the only reason we came along on the lifeboat we were on. He'd already grown into that. So we brought him along, me and Ikasa.
Well, would you like to come out in the hallway and meet my friends?
He looks out there and he goes, "Hello, everyone. Hello."
Oh,
So
hello.
he's not leaving.
Damn, where are you?
I'm over here, and I'll invite you guys to come in.
Well, he'll get up.
You guys see me play.
He stands up. Yeah, he stands up and he walks over.
Okay.
So why don't you introduce me? Always love to meet new crew.
So I start to introduce him to everyone.
He offers his hand to shake for anyone who takes it.
Okay. Those there, yeah.
Yeah, Zith would shake his hand. Zith from Waterdeep here, and you are
Ezra.
You asked him who he is?
Yeah, like sort of.
Yeah. He gives you a little flourished bow. He seems to be a man of some upbringing, and he says, "I am pleased to meet you. My name is Devros."
Devros. Excellent.
Devros. I'm trying to get Devros to come with us.
Oh, where are you going?
Yeah, could you show us how to get over to the other part of the ship?
Figaro. We need to see Figaro.
Oh, he's downstairs. Locked himself in his stateroom.
Yeah, do you know what he did?
It was a fine first mate, but he started to go sideways.
We need to
Like, what
talk to him
happened?
because we have to get into the hold.
Oh, all right. Well, if you go out those doors, you can head right down the stairs. It's right down there. You want me to show you?
Oh, okay.
That would be amazing.
Okay. All right. So he begins to head out.
And so I cannot. So Anaya's never within 100 feet of me. You're saying, and she's not in her portal, her pocket.
Correct. She's not nearby.
In the pocket
She's
dimension.
not in her pocket dimension, not nearby. You don't have a sense that she's passed.
Hey, I just have to trust that she's going to try finding her way back to me.
You don't get anything from her.
Oh, I know. This is pure blind faith.
Where'd he go again?
Yeah, she'll make her way back eventually.
Excuse me.
And if she dies, they can just resummon her.
Where'd he go?
All right.
Where'd Devros go?
He went out the door, went downstairs. Anyone following him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he this way. Or
Yeah, I
we're
came
not
out the
opening
door. Is
story?
it down the stairs here?
Yep. Okay. I was hoping we would open up the other door, but okay, go ahead.
Oh, no. Sorry, my bad. You would have come down these stairs.
Okay.
You said it was downstairs. So he steps out and he points over to here, where the ship is kind of blocked off all along the edge of the ship with the stony flesh that the ship is smashed into. He points over to here and he goes, "That's it. Good luck." He's locked in there tight. And with that, he'll head back upstairs. He says,
No. Keep him with us.
he's trying to get out of there. He's like, "But I don't want to miss it if Sirit comes back."
No, you'll be fine. Trust me. Can I try charm?
Can you try charm? Sure.
Yeah, it's a charming spell. I've never used it before. How many
That's
years
not a
have
great
I
idea.
had this spell?
What are you rolling for?
So,
Oh, that
Failed.
was Devros. He's like, "Well, you seem a nice bloke, and you like to play." Oh, it's little hearts flying around him. That's great. Okay, he's falling in love with you. What can I say? All right. So Ezra is going to come down there.
Stick by me. You're gonna go places.
All right. And the rest of you,
You're gonna go right
you want to
that
go
room.
down this staircase right now.
okay.
Oh, all right.
It's a little cramped. So it puts you halfway through the wall. Good luck. Good luck with that. Sith. Tight quarters down there. Gotta wait for
Sith?
somebody to move out of the way. There you go. There's a wall there.
I can't see you.
Can't walk
Yeah,
the
I
wall.
can't see everyone because of the stairs.
But there's the wall.
We might want to check out this room.
Is it this room or this room?
No. We'll leave that to last. Let's go through the other rooms first in case there's something we can need, like Devros.
I was just, why is Devros hanging off your shoulder?
What?
He's literally next to you swooning.
No, he's not swooning. Is he swooning?
He's charmed. Yeah, he thinks
Okay,
you're.
he's charmed.
He thinks you're the best.
Okay, I'll keep this PG.
Maybe. All right,
Pause
so
this.
you can
I'll tell
see
you,
that
Billy, have you ever been?
the down here are barracks, like places where the crew might sleep, right?
Okay, you guys, make sure there's anything in those rooms.
Do I say anything?
Sure, it's a room. It's got a bunch of beds and a table in it. Let's see. No. So one of these rooms is storage. That was right at the bottom of the stairs. This
Yeah,
is
that's
the
why
lower crew
Dell's
quarters.
looking
The
in the
bunks.
storage.
There are bunks and hammocks in here. They're empty. The walls are covered with colorful pieces of wood, each with something written on it.
Oh, it's written on them. They can read every
Well,
language. So.
It looks like they are epitaphs. They're painted, and they have these remembrance markers on it, honoring those who died on the Lambent Zenith's crash. Each piece of it has a name scribbled on it with kind of smudged graphite.
Okay. And there's nothing weird about this, like, other than it being epitaph.
Well, they're just like Joe. He was great with the ropes. Or, Connor. Nobody could climb the mast as fast as he could. Little tributes and things like that.
Okay, cool. Then I will leave this alone. There's nothing I'm not stealing from these people, so.
Like Derek, always good for a laugh, that kind of thing. The other one is like too much ale. Things like that.
Okay. Okay, didn't find anything there important. Just an epitaph.
Del, is there anything in the other room?
Yeah, Dell, in here you find unused rigging and dusty old sails filled with an old storage closet.
Okay.
Dell.
And now what I'm going to...
Nothing important.
What's your passive perception?
What is...
We used to have a tool that would tell me that easily. Here, let me look. It's 10 plus your wisdom score. 13.
So 13.
Yep. Okay. All right. So you find there's a bunch of sails in a closet and other rigging and stuff like that down here. Ropes, extra ropes, and that sort of thing. Pitch to hold things together. Effectively like wood glue.
All right. Rope and glue.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a suggestion spell to suggest that he opens up that door.
What door?
The last door.
This one over here?
Yeah.
Okay, you cast a spell on him and he goes, "Much as I love to, my dear, Can't do it. Can I ask,
It's locked.
you see kind of a glow coming from the door with your magic sight.
Eldritch sight. Is it abjuration or another type of magic?
It is. Let me look. Hold on.
Give you guidance.
Ozus? Actually, I would see that this dude's been charmed. He has enchantment magic on him. Ozus, what did you do?
Try. Oh, because he's charmed. You think it's locked?
No, I think you charmed this dude. Why did you do that?
No, I charmed him.
To get him to
Yes,
come with
that's what I'm
us.
saying. Why?
That I don't know.
Oh, because he wasn't coming with us. He wouldn't. I wanted him to open up this door. We need him
Why?
to.
We don't need him.
Oh.
You literally just made us a potential enemy now.
No, he's charmed.
Yeah, and he knows he's gonna, and when the spell wears off, he's gonna know he's been charmed. Ozus,
Fireball him then.
Zith is
Oh, you
so
do it.
amused. He's just like, Caneus, come on, let a guy have some fun.
No. He
It's
could've
gonna
been
be an
useful ally.
hour. It'll be fine. Don't worry
I'm
about it.
standing in the corner over here. Oh wow! Did Dell just disappear?
Is there anything over here?
Nope. It's just part of the deck that maybe led to other rooms and such that isn't there anymore.
Let's get
Alright,
this
yeah.
door open.
I'm gonna try and whack the door.
If you need to go outside of the hole first.
We're out here.
Ozus,
Can I just should I do an attack roll or
Yeah. Yep. Make your attack.
I'm gonna kick it, so I'll do an unarmed strike.
All right. Take a d6 of damage.
Yeah.
As you kick it, your foot hits something harder than anything you've ever kicked before. And the door glows. There's something kind of right where it's at that lights up as you kick it. And it very clearly is made this door impenetrable. What's going on out
Jim,
there? Who's trying to kill me now? You hear a voice coming from inside.
Who's
No one's
that
trying to
skull?
kill you. We want to help you.
What are you doing to the door?
We
It's
need
not
Devos
safe.
to
It's not
go
safe
talk
in there.
to him.
We have to get you to safety.
It's perfectly safe in here. It's the only place on the whole freaking god that's safe. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to get Devos to come over. I asked Devos, can you just talk to him? Tell him that everything's okay? Deveros.
He looks at you and he
Just
says,
tell him everything's okay?
Look, my dear, you don't think we've all tried?
Just try this time.
I like that Oz
Deveros.
is using his like sexy voice.
Deveros. Ozus out here would like to talk to you. He is a strikingly handsome tiefling, much like
They're
yourself.
very
sir.
handsome people.
You know how you tieflings. No tieflings. No tieflings. It's all madness. Madness, I say.
I have to agree with this paranoid asshole. What has my life become?
I can't remember. I don't know any tieflings.
No, we're
No,
not.
no,
from
no,
this
we
ship.
just met.
We just landed here.
No. No, those are the worst. You've just landed here. I'm sure you're in disguise.
No, we're on a mission from God. We're here to help you. No, we're here on a mission.
Yes.
We're looking for parts of the staff of. Ozzus looks over, guys. The staff of
7 parts.
Rod of 8 parts.
And it's a rod.
7 parts.
God of Eighth parts.
7 parts. 7 pieces.
Whatever. Okay, so let's start with this. My dear beloved, least problematic friend at the moment.
Yes.
Dispel magic on that door.
Pick that lock.
Zith wanted to like see if other people would try and kick it like Dell did. Because
No, don't
I
do
take
that. Don't try and hit it. It hurt.
I take it Kineas would have told
It hits
Zith
back.
at least like, hey, there's some. Did we figure out what sort of magic there is? Is it abjuration?
Yeah.
No, it's coming from him from within inside.
Yeah. No. Jim, what sort of spell school is the door being
Good
with?
question. It's not from a school that I can find.
Got it. Spelljammer weird. Okay.
It's like wondrous item like magic.
Yeah.
Wondrous magic.
It's multiple schools of magic.
Yeah. Well, Zith will take it. Zith will take a crack at it. And I would ask Kineas if it seems, strong. I know I can't say what level, but did it seem? How strong did the magic seem? If you can tell that, I don't know if you can tell degrees.
Jim, would I say is the magic, the potency of the magic I can see similar to that on my sword and some of our magic items, or like some flip his way on the scale of
the magic on my foot didn't feel very strong.
On the scale of my Moontouch scimitars to Calamos, what magic on the store is.
I saw you. I saw you. You came down from above. I saw you. 4 of you.
Yes,
5.
we did.
You're not real. You're not
How
real.
did you see us?
Ilwyn made you. Built you out of memory, out of mine. Go away. I don't want to talk. Can't believe you.
We don't
are here
trust
to help.
Elrond.
So, Jim, where would I say the potency of the magic is, from what I can see? From Moontouch Scimitar to Calamos.
More potent.
What you're doing? More potent than Calamos?
Yes.
It is stronger than Calamos.
Yes.
That's what Zith would figure. So he's going to take a shot. He's going to gird himself, dig in a little bit, and really give it everything he has to try and dispel this magic on this door. Casting at 5th level, dispel magic.
5th level. Wow.
That's all I got. I'm not straight class like the fancy
Burning those
clerics.
spell slots, baby.
Yeah.
Actually, and I'm going to ask Ozzus to switch places with me. Ozzus, do you mind moving for a second?
All right, Zith, you reach your mind into the web and begin to pull threads together for your dispel magic. You ramp it up, you bundle it into a little ball, and your hands begin to make motions in front of you as you weave the web, or the weave itself, into this amount of force that is crackling with counter magic energy. You cast it forth, you watch it in your mind. No one else can really see this. They just see you move your hands out toward the door. And as in your mind, you see this sparkling, crackling ball of anti-magic reach the door. And as it hits, it splashes across the surface. You see bright lights as the mixing of like matter and antimatter come together. And your magic vanishes in sparkles of purple, yet no effect on this door.
God damn it.
But as you did that, you saw through the weave that this is bigger than the door. This reaches beyond both sides of the door. As your magic splashed up, you saw some of the magical energy as it dissipated across it reach out further than the door. There's something right up against the door that is preventing anything from getting through.
I share with the team, I gave it everything I had. It didn't even make a dent. It does seem like there is fortification magically on both sides. Maybe, Ozus, ask your friend if they've ever seen this door open. And do they know if it was Figaro who cast the magic himself?
Oh, well, we can ask him that. I'll ask him that right in front of
He
you guys.
said he
where we're-
locked himself.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's some kind of memory spell going on here, or somehow everyone's losing their memory.
I would try and who's the best person to give it a shot? Maybe Dell. Dell is the most charismatic one of us. I don't know. Maybe Caneas?
No.
I have a
You're trying to
+1.
trick me. You're trying to use magic against me. Ilren sent you, didn't he?
I think we need to
No.
confront
Oh.
Elrond.
He changes things. He steals them. You don't remember, do you? You don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember anything. I hardly remember
we
who I am.
literally-
What's my name? Who am I? Oh, dear Lord. He's taken it all.
Figaro, settle down. We can help you
I can't.
if you
Where's the
help
captain?
us. Your
Where's the
name is
captain?
Figaro. Let's
She
go
died.
find her.
She's dead. She's dead. She's gone. She's been taken from my mind. I don't remember who I am.
She's in
What
the
is
app.
going on? Go away. Go away right now. You're upsetting me. You're all fake anyway. You're not real. Go away.
Figaro, will you come with us to find Inda and the artifact? We could really use your help. And I'll get you out of here and protect you as we get there.
I know that I knew, but he took it. I can feel it. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. I'm broken. I'm missing. I'm not safe. I'm not safe.
Come out. Come
I
out
can't.
here.
No, he's
I can't.
Did you cast this
I
magic
won't.
to lock the door?
Yes, I'm safe. I'm very safe. The cube protects me. The cube keeps him out. He can't get in. He can't take any more of me. I'm safe. I'm not coming out. I won't be safe. You can't make me.
Have
You're
things gotten
trying,
worse
and you can't
since
make
you've been
me.
in there?
I'm safe. You can't get me. There's no way.
Have things been worse since you've been in there, or better?
You're a liar. You're a liar, you elf. I can hear it. You liar.
Wow, this guy is good. He can tell you're an elf through the door. I think we're not real.
I saw you. I know who you are. Spies. Assassins.
If you don't want to come with us, can you just tell us one thing?
No.
How do we
I won't tell you.
disarm the lock
That's what he wants to know.
in the prow?
That's what he wants. I'm not giving him anything. I'm giving him no more of me. He can't take anything else from me. He can't. I'm safe here.
Man, I do not know what to do at this point. Anybody? Caneas? Dell?
So, Jim,
I think we
will
need to
you
confront
kind of
Elrond
you
because
walk
I
around-
think
around-
I think all this
Yeah.
started when he got here.
You
He's
can
bad
try to
news.
make a persuasion check above and beyond your role play, which is quite good, by the way. see if you can find some talking point with him that might catch his ear. Who wants to roll?
I would try and talk with him about magic, but I hate. Is it persuasion?
Yep.
I'm terrible at persuasion. Is anybody good? Come on. Who's
You got a
the best
+6.
face?
You've got
Who?
to find a way to get him to trust you. He doesn't.
Who has a +6?
It's almost to give me the help action. I got a +6 to persuasion.
I'm great at persuasion.
My cube keeps me safe. My cube is all I have.
I'm gonna help Kineas
I remember that.
by trying to distract him with asking about his magic and how you know, like how long has he been a wizard, and that I'm a wizard and a budding wizard, but surely not nearly as great as him. As this door is so, you know, I gave it all I had and it did nothing. I'm so impressed. Oh my god.
Lies.
You got a 9?
Yeah.
You rolled a 2 and a
Lord
3.
Kineas.
Okay, dude, you might be right. This might all be a dream.
I'm right.
But we are real.
Yeah.
And we're here to help you. So all you gotta do is open the door.
That's exactly what he would want you to say. That's exactly what he would want you to say. I'm not going to do it.
But what if you did do it? What if this is what he wants?
He would take what's left. I don't have any left to take. He would take what's left. I can't afford that. I can't do it. I don't have enough. He'll take who I am. Who am I? What am I doing here? I'm keeping myself safe. I remember that. This is the only place that's safe. Me and my cube, we're keeping me safe.
What kind of cube do you have? Is it a pretty cube?
It is, and you can't do anything about it.
Is it a precious cube?
No. But it does what it's told. It can't be taken. It's not a memory.
That's a rocker.
All right. I see more magic happening. What's going on? You're casting guidance? Are you going to give it a try?
I'm casting guidance on Ozus to see if he can break through.
I threw a persuasion of 15, so you threw guidance there. What was the number you rolled?
I will roll a +4. I can't get. 1 second. Sorry, I moved stuff around and made it more complicated. Here you go.
Okay, 16. It's better than 15.
Yeah, that's enough. But
so I try to break through in this insanity of his. Try to make clear what he's trying to tell us.
Figaro, it's Devros. I know, you're new too. Did you come with him? Did you arrive with him? I can't remember. But if you did, you're one of him. You're on his side. He's convinced everyone. He's turned everyone against me. I can't trust anyone. No one can be trusted. Your roll is not high enough to convince him.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so
what are your names? What are your names? I saw you. I've seen you. I saw you come down. But I don't know you.
I'm Kineas, Ulysses' son.
Kineas.
I'm Ozus.
Ozus.
Tiefling.
Ozus.
Okay.
What's a tiefling? A tiefling. Oh,
I'm tiefling. Someone who wants to serve tea.
I'm gonna tell him my name's Dell, and I'm gonna tell him that we don't trust Ilrand, and ask him if he wants us.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I'll give Dell the help action.
I'll give him guidance. Is it too late to give him guidance?
Persuasion has no bonuses, eh, buddy?
Yeah, Dell, you can roll again. I gave you the help action.
Wait, let me. It's worse. I was going to give him guidance.
Yeah, so that would be another D4.
So on this, it'll be on the 16 because that was advantage.
Yeah, I can't give you guidance then.
No, you can.
Myself?
can.
Why?
Okay. Okay.
Hit it.
Guidance.
So you give everyone guidance as they each take their turn trying to convince. No. Kaisera. Kaisera's the second mate, I think. Is she the second
Yeah,
mate?
she is. She is. She just gave us lunch.
It's a 1-2.
It's a great cook.
So 17.
You have 17. Okay.
Are we wearing him down at all?
He is
Barely.
super paranoid. Is super
I'm
duper
gonna-
paranoid. It
Is
was
Yeah,
a
I think
DC
I really think we need to confront Elrond and
a
see
DC
and get
25
to the bottom
charisma
of
check
this.
to break him.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. No.
Even
No,
yeah,
it's not close.
even in that 20 with a full 4 from guidance, that I would be able to do it.
Yeah.
It would take you a 19
Okay. Well,
Who's the
Yes.
charisma master of the group, huh?
It looks like it's me.
Caneus. Yeah.
With a 13, really?
I think it'd be me. I think it's me.
I have a
I
plus
think I
6
have
charisma.
Well, your
Yeah, I'm-
charisma's 12.
Oh no, I have a 13 to
got
charisma. But I have a plus 6 to, yeah,
Yeah.
persuasion
So
is
Is
plus 6.
Oz's is charisma plus 6.
Yeah, I'm 12 plus 6.
Well, yeah.
Did
plus
Ozus
1.
roll just insane numbers? Ozus, like every stat out of yours is ridiculous. How's that possible?
Mhm.
Did you roll like nuts?
He rolled pretty good to begin with, but he's added, I think, magic boosted. I think
Yeah, to keep him. Yeah, to boost my intelligence, to boost my strength.
But not your charisma. Okay.
No.
he's a cleric. What does he need charisma for?
Yeah.
Well, Zenith, there's a 19. You're only 6 off.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, no. I
With
just accidentally
guidance,
pressed the button.
That's a D4.
That's a wisdom
Still
ability.
not
No,
bad.
that was a total accident. I mean, I can't with good
Okay.
conscience
Where's the
do
bard? So the
this.
dump stat is killing you right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. I really think we need to go confront Elrond. I think everything's pointing towards
Yeah, I
him.
think that's the only way we're gonna get out of this.
Maybe we should
That's
get
maybe Deveron.
Lyson and
Yeah.
Zastra before we do it. But something's up with him. And it's no good.
I was hoping Deveros could get us in.
I like the conviction. Hey, I don't think anybody's done a bad thing. I like the conviction. I think you did the right thing. It's all good.
Oh, this staircase. Okay, so Dell's gone up the stairs. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow
Yeah.
him.
Go after him.
All right, so all of you have gone up the stairs, yes? Can we just say
Yes.
that?
Mhm.
All right,
Yes.
I'm going to put you up there.
Come on, Deveros.
I'm going to put you up there, and I'm going to let you put yourselves where you want to be. You have the ability to be where you want to be before you create a ruckus.
Yeah. How do we not create a
Sounds like
ruckus? That's the question.
Where did Deveros go? Okay. I guess by this time they see us.
So there's no, you can't. Yeah, there's this stuff that's in the way right here. This prevents.
Okay.
This creates some barrier, so you can kind of move unseen a little bit. So feel free to put yourselves out here on the deck or over here as you begin to reapproach the campfire.
I don't even know what to say to him.
Wait, Jim, could you remind us what Ezra's hammer does? The hammer, is it when we touched it, were we just protected from
Fear.
fear?
Yeah, you have
That was it.
no fear when messing around with the hammer. So let's see what else it does. Dwarf Father's Verdict. When he hits with the hammer, he can heal people.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I'll read those
so there's
benefits.
Dwarf Father's Balance, and that balance is harm someone, heal someone. Dwarf Father's Rally. When you strike a friendly creature with the Warhammer, instead of doing damage, it will heal the creature by the amount of damage that would have been done.
He's never done that, but that's funny.
And then he can combine a healing spell with the attack by expending the appropriate spell slot. If the healed creature is still below 50% of their total hit points after being healed, the hammer also casts the sanctuary spell on the creature until the end of their next turn.
Awesome.
And
So
then
handy.
Soulforge, once per day, all who are touching the hammer, when it is held up to the sky, have their soul steeled against fear and fear-based effects by the blessing of Moradin.
Well, I would ask, as we're marching up, before we start to confront this guy, I would ask Ezra if we could do the hammer Thor of God Moradin thing. Yeah.
So he holds his hammer up. You all hold hands around it like you're doing a big team huddle. And he calls down, by the power of of Moradin. And then suddenly everyone just feels ready for battle. Have no fear.
Field. Okay, well, Sith would look at I guess Ozus or Caneus to get the ball rolling with the hippo, man.
As you all grab the hammer, though, Devros makes sure to put his hand on top of Ozus's. Too.
Nice touch. Nice touch.
I have a moment.
Devros.
He looks over.
We look into each other's eyes. I was hoping to go in here.
You do that after we.
Ozus wants to explore before.
No, just yeah, I mean, because if we can find something we can use. And there's nothing in here, right?
There is, but they're hiding. Hold on.
Wait, if they're going to attack us, I don't want to open the door.
Too late.
Too late.
Why did you guys make me open the door?
This is your choice completely.
All right.
That sounds like Underdog.
Does it? Underdog. I remember that. All right. There are 3 sailors in here.
Uh-oh. Did I kill someone in the act?
Hey, mate. What are you doing?
Where did he go?
Wrong room. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
These look a lot like those other 2 sailors that are out there with Ilrin.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Notice didn't knock.
That's why they're green.
Not a problem. Wasn't anything funny going on in here?
Huh? I wasn't suggesting there was anything funny going on here.
I'm Kalis.
I was with Deveros.
Who are you?
Deveros. I'm Ozus. I'm kind of new here,
Right.
and Deveros on it. We're playing some cards, and well, he suggests I can go to the kitchen and get some drink.
Well,
and
did you beat him?
This isn't the kitchen.
Did you beat him at cards?
No, I'm just learning.
And Devros pokes his head in here. Isn't he amazing? This is Ozus.
Yes.
Alien. You've got to see the way he talks. Just gets you. It gets you right here.
I hold up my palm and create a fire in my in my palm and say, "Well, I'm gonna go next door. Where's the kitchen again? I
Hey,
need to get some
Kayla
a drink."
says, Thazra, what's wrong with Deveros? He's acting a bit funny. Deveros always
Mhm.
acts funny. No, he doesn't. He's a bit of a twat. Well, okay, yeah, not a sailor, but still. Sarathiel? Oh, nothing's wrong with me. I just met Ozus. He's amazing. I mean, look at his horns. He's horny.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Okay. Hey, Deveros, why don't you just hang out? Why don't you come with me for a second? We're
Oh,
gonna
we're gonna play
go get
cards?
something to drink.
We can play cards.
Yes. Okay.
A friendly game of war. Sounds fun.
Yep. Mm.
Okay. Well, bye, guys. Catch you later. Ozus and I are gonna go play cards. What in the bloody hell?
Zith would tell Ezra, like, "Hey, Ezra, you gotta get your friend. What's he doing?" Oh,
I
Ozus.
tell them what's going on.
Reel it in,
Listen,
boys.
there's
Reel
3
it
others.
in.
I tell them there's 3 other sailors in the other room.
I'll. Do you have anything big you want to do?
Like door.
Make sure that we don't have any more visitors.
Wait,
I
what?
think it was just the. Pretty much just saying, do you want to wall force these guys in? And
But that's not going to
Or do you
help
want to-
us, right?
it's gonna make sure we have to fight with people. We're
I
going to
mean-
be attacking, as far as most people are concerned, as far as they can tell, the leader of the ship.
I mean, I could potentially try and make him go unconscious. I mean, sure, I could try and wall it fearsome.
Yeah, not
But-
him. Be pretty much this wall force this door. And
You
the
think-
spears.
It seems like nobody on this ship likes him. Maybe they'll help us. No.
One of them is saying, I don't know what this guy's doing to them. And those angels seem, those celestials seem buddy with him.
How dangerous could they be? You think?
Well, how dangerous am I?
I mean,
And I have a fraction of a celestial's power. I mean, these guys are low level, but the celestial hierarchy, but if anything close to what I can do.
once, just hold that thought 1 second. I'm just gonna, he would like just oddly like hug Kineas and like turn him around so he's on the other side of Kineas, but it doesn't look like he moved there. It just looks like one big flowing action, and he would try and sneak in the message spell back to Zastra as he's hugging Kineas and just ask her.
We have
Just
a
ask,
vibe going on during this adventure, don't we? We have this vibe.
Zip is really hugging him hard.
Zip, what's going on?
I would ask Zastra. He would just be like, "Shut up." Ask Zastra. Is it possible for us? Has anybody tried to usurp? I'm forgetting his name. Sorry, the Hippo Man.
Ilrand.
Ilrand. Write that down. Has anybody tried to usurp? Oh, he doesn't seem to have a lot of fans here.
Okay.
Who's that? To Zastra.
You just hear back. What the hell are you saying? And you realize that your message spell does 25 words, right?
Yep.
Has anyone tried? What I'm trying to say is, has anyone tried to usurp?
Okay, if you want to be technical about it, do you want me to shrink it? I can.
So you cast it again. You're going, damn it.
Do you think it's possible to usurp Ilran? And how would you feel about that? That is under 25.
If you can turn the crew against him or reveal his truth.
I'd whisper that into Kineas's ear. And then I'd let him go, and I'd look at him like, well,
I'm gonna take a good look at Ilren. Do I see any magic on him?
Good question. That's a very good question. He has some illusion magic on him. Not illusion. Sorry. Some, I suppose, alteration magic.
I'll mutter this to this. It's alteration magic on him. Can you remind me, what are some of the more prevalent alteration spells?
Polymorph. Through polymorph. Alter self. There's a few but I mean, in this world, I don't know. You know, I've never seen any magic as good as the one downstairs to lock a door.
Yeah. So wait, you're saying that most of the alteration spells are shape-shifting, right?
As far as I know, I believe, yes.
And as far as we both are aware,
Or alter
no
self. Alter self is not. I don't think that's a shapeshifter.
That's illusion, isn't it?
Yeah, that's illusion magic, maybe. But
I think alter self just gives you like gills or the ability to fly or stuff.
Grow.
Oh, right.
Diminution.
Right. Got it.
Those are alteration magic.
Yeah, so this is probably, as far as Zip knows, I think, or seeming. Isn't seeming alteration? Physically, it disguises the physical appearance as well as clothing. You can make each creature seem. I mean, it's a disguise. I'm not sure it's
the illusion magic. Yeah. Is it alteration?
It is. I don't know if there's an alteration type of magic. There's transmutation, maybe that's what you mean.
Yeah. Schools or schools, whatever.
I'm just gonna look because I actually have one of those spells. Transmutation. Yeah. Okay. Well. I mean, we either go through or we take him on, and I don't know how to turn these celestials. Seems like that might take a while, maybe more time than we have.
My thought is when we start confronting him, I don't know what the magic he has on him, but I don't want it there.
Yeah, I can give it a try.
I don't know what happened in that room, but I don't think it's going to be with this guy. Ilren, I think we need to talk.
Well, come on down and warm yourself by the fire. What on earth would you want to talk about? Certainly you're sharing stories of your travels. I could tell you a thing or two of mine as well.
Stay away from the fire.
Everyone we're talking to in the crew seems to be having memory issues.
Stay away from the fire.
And it all seems to have started when you arrived.
What are you talking about? That's complete and utter nonsense, isn't it, boys? Yeah, I think so.
Are you sure, though?
You think so? Can you remember?
Nothing about the interim leader. They kind of say that with some kind of hesitance. Yeah, we're just waiting for the captain to come back. Or maybe for the first mate to get a grip on things. He's,
The first mate has gone insane, is literally screaming that Ilran is out to get him.
yeah, of course, that's nonsense. I'm not out to get anyone. We're here for the greater good of our crew, to keep us safe. I mean, especially with these aberrations just coming out of the dark to attack us now and again. Oh yeah, the other two are like, bloody hell yeah. I don't know what's up with that. They found meat is what they found, and we're not going to give it to them, right, boys? And of course they're like, yeah.
They found meat?
They found what?
You said that they found meat?
Well, yeah, he's referring to the crew. That these monsters have found food here, and they're coming to get it. And we're not going to let that happen, right, boys? We're keeping everyone safe. And they pull their swords out and lift them up in kind of a cheer, you know. Yeah, of course. Bring them on.
Yep. No, you have nothing to do with the state of Dabber, or what's his name again? The first mate?
Figaro.
Figaro.
You have nothing to do with... Yeah, so you have nothing to do with Figaro or the missing memories. Or the... I mean, how long have you guys been here?
What do you mean missing memories? There's no missing memories. I mean, Figaro's losing his mind. That's the only memory that's getting lost. And he's got it in his head that everyone's out to get him. We're not out to get him. I hope he comes to. I think it's just some space madness. And maybe he'll snap out of it soon. Until then,
space madness.
Someone has to lead the crew.
What about Kaisera?
Well, she makes a great cook, but she doesn't know enough about running a ship like I do. I was captain of my own ship.
Yeah, but...
And what happened to your ship?
Well, unfortunately, was beset upon by pirates. There's a lot of those out here, space pirates and all.
And then how did you get here?
Well, I managed to escape when my ship was destroyed. I can tell you the stories. You want to hear it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come down because the tale to be told is one of great adventure and great swashbuckling.
I can hear you from here.
I'm going to jump down, but right before I do, I'm going to get...
I can hear you from here.
Another trusting tiefling, I see. But of course.
I'm going to jump down, but I'm going to...
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to look directly at it like, if he does anything, do it.
Oh, Zith has a plan.
I feel like this guy's going to tell a story and we're going to forget everything.
As if like we'll like halfway come down. He's off the ship. He's on the planet or the body or whatever. But yep.
Yeah. So, all right. So you kind of sit maybe on the edge of the ship there, Del.
Yeah. Feet dangling.
Okay.
Little guy.
I captained the Radiant Commons. That was my ship. A beauty she was. I flew her all over the astral sea. We've been to entire areas of great population where ships gathered together to form their own big market area. And then I've been to lots of places where I docked into another large body, not unlike this one, but just rocks in space, where entire civilizations were thriving. Well, under, of course, the tyrannical thumb of a terrible autocrat. I saved those people, those poor slaves, freed them all, gave them their own ships, taught them how to sail, and they headed off on their own ways. I then flew other places, but alas, when the Radiant Commons came to her end, I was surrounded by 6 ships, all terrible pirates, and they were swinging their blades, Githyanki they were, but not unlike our crew, these Githyanki had something in mind. For we had great treasure upon our ship. We were such good traders. I worked the best deals, all of the deals. I was the best. Just ask me. And of all of these things, I can tell you, my men were steeled with great bravery. It doesn't take... They were not fearless, mind you. They were afraid, but that is bravery. To be afraid and overcome that, to be fierce. And they were. We fought to the bitter end, all of us. I, myself, took a mortal wound, or at least it seemed such, and I fell down into the hold of the ship. The crew continued to fight, and I even, bleeding all over the place, was able to take out the 8 men that followed me down to the hold to finish me off. It was a dangerous fight, but I took one out with a stab right through his heart, and then from there slung my sword around the other way and took another man's head clean off. The Githyanki had rolled and bounced against my the barrels in the hold. Another came this and another came that. Snick, snack! I took out each of them. I barely had the use of one of my legs, but that didn't stop me from hopping over to the next and cutting him clean from stern to bow. An amazing uppercut. I lost my blade on that, but it didn't matter. I just simply took his, and I made quick work of the other 3. But then I fell unconscious, succumbing to my wounds. I woke up sometime later, my ship on fire. All of my crew gone. Everything was taken from the ship and the rest left ablaze. I climbed up the stairs with one good arm, pulling me along. And I made it to one single lifeboat that remained, that currently wasn't afire, though it was starting to catch. I pushed it over the edge and was able to flop into it, and I beat out with my one good arm the flame that was left on it. And from there, I drifted in the astral sea until I came upon these fine folk. Most of my wounds had healed at that point, but my leg was still had a problem. So as I crashed on here, I made my way over to these fine people who took me in while I continued to heal. It was luckily mostly healed by then, so it didn't take much. And with the perseverance and great effort on my part, I regained the strength in my leg. So grateful was I to these fine people that when their first mate started to succumb to space madness, I offered my services. I am the most qualified. And since then, we've been keeping our crew safe. Only once in a while has someone been taken away by these aberrant creatures. But they've come time and again, almost every day, to attack us and steal a crew member at a time. But we fight them off. We've saved them several times, haven't we, men? Oh, yes, you saved me. Indeed, I have. So, as it is, I stand here just simply to keep these people together and safe until the captain returns. God rest her soul, that she's not dead, and that she's making her way here somehow. Hopefully she'll be here soon.
What?
Del does not buy it.
Yeah. Zith rolled a perception
Yeah.
check. I didn't roll great, but
I was gonna say, can I do like an insight check?
Insight. Sure.
oh, insight. Sorry.
One.
There's very
Yeah,
clearly a little bit of Baron Munchausen in his stories. So you know some of these are taller tales than the truth. But
God
but
damn,
he
I can't roll with shit.
but he tells them better than I do. So the crew
It was
is
a good story, Jim. I have to say, I don't know if you
Oh, absolutely.
if you riffed that or what, but that was good. That was good.
And the main thing is like he's heard the bombastic tales of sailors.
Mhm.
He's wondering, you know, they might not
well
be
in line with
space.
those.
Yes. But also the fact that he did not get upset. We pretty much all but accused. No, we did accuse him of being involved with the madness and memory loss, and he did not really react to it.
Nope. He kind of just water off a duck's back.
My insight check is
He's clearly covering something up. You can tell that at points in time, the crew is kind of uneasy around him.
yes. Can I make a medicine check actually? Like just from what I can see.
Medicine check?
Yeah, he said he got it. The injuries he said are healed, but he did say he got injured.
Mhm.
Like if he walks into the limp, or is there anything weird about his physiology more than him being, you know,
Sure.
more than him being a hippo man.
Yeah, you look at him and he does have kind of a swarthy, a swagger, if you will. As he's animated, telling his stories, and he kind of acts out some of the sword fight that he was doing and that sort of thing. He's fairly entertaining, but it looks like he does kind of have a bit of a swagger. That could be you might explain that to away as a leg injury that's healed. But see this, and he pulls apart his coat, and he lifts up his white shirt underneath, and sure enough, there is a gnarly scar across his hippo belly, and he goes, that was one of the worst I ever had. And it's kind of jagged, and he says, this from the mouth of a cloaker after I arrived.
Have you seen Inda at all, ever?
Oh, the captain, I've heard many a tale, very respected by this crew, and so I respect her too. I look forward to her return. Surely she'll be back.
Have you sent a party to go look for her?
Before I arrived, some of the crew left on a mission to gather survivors together from the other segments. They never returned. Now, tell me of your stories, boys. How have you found yourself here among the wreckage of the Lambent Zenith?
A long story, but it involves a rogue obelisk that randomly teleports you places you really shouldn't be. And I'm giving him I'm making it sound like the obelisk is what sent us here, and like I'm completely cutting out the city of doors.
Gravity. That's all we got here.
I'm picking up what you're laying down. All right. Yeah. He's like, an obelisk. Fascinating. You must tell me where to find it. And once we manage to piece together a way off this rock, we'll go find it. That sounds like a great adventure.
That was the last time I saw it. Saw it all the way back home in Coral.
Toral, I see. I know of this place. Haven't been there, but fascinating to hear of foreign worlds.
Yeah,
Tell us the story of
I mean-
Toril.
Oh, okay. I will tell him literally, Kineas has been hearing one story his entire life from many sailors who have been bombastic about it. I would tell him about the rise of the necromancer from I forget what it's called. There's that big chasm in the city, the chasm district.
Uh-huh.
And he will tell him what a kind of compiled version of the story of how a necromancer rose from there with armies of the undead, and how the city fought back.
Ah, perhaps this was a red wizard, was it not?
I believe it was.
I am familiar with their kind. Not met any personally, but I know of them. Powerful necromancers they are, aren't they? An entire nation of them, it seems.
Yes. Many people work very hard to keep them in their borders. Always successfully, but we do what we can.
Yes, one of the names that comes to mind. What is that? Zas Tom, something like that.
Yes, I don't particularly know much about the Red Wizards of Thay, but other than
Ah,
my reputation.
Faye, that's exactly right. Sounds like a country full of lispers, but it's not, is it? Necromancers they are. Ah, a vile crew of necromancers. Love to see them come to their end, indeed, indeed.
Wait, did he say a country full of whispers or wizards?
Lispers. Like he was making a joke about the country of Thay. Like, say no more.
Like Barcelona.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, misunderstood.
And he says, yes, yes. Boy, if we could bring down those people, some of them have even traveled into the multiverse. They've been in the astral sea. Their reach is far and wide.
Can't blink at that. Like, he knows about the Red Wizards, but as far as he's concerned, they're a group that lives far, not exactly far away, but quite a distance from where he lives. And, they're not an active threat at the moment.
Right, not them. He's heard of them, never encountered one.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of like, oh yeah, there's this one famous, it's pretty much like knowing about the Nazis.
I'd rip their bony spines off of the rest of their skeletal lich bodies. Love to. And then I'd go after their families, the sons of liches. Indeed, indeed. Everyone, cheers! And the mugs come together and they drink. What am I thinking? My friends have no drink. And he calls over to one of the sailors that's with him, and he says, "I've lost my head," like our first mate. But Vellum, why don't you go get these men some drinks, and they can continue to tell their tales of valor. And so Vellum will head off.
To where?
This guy begins to move back to the kitchen to go get some more drink.
He's going to the kitchen.
Zith has tried to slyly cast the message spell at Zastra and asked her a question that I put in the chat. Zastra, I can't let Ilrand continue his hold over this ship. If you support us, please watch our back, especially the door. And I would sort of take a look at her to see if I see any reaction or an answer. I'd open up to listen. She can reply if she wants to. I didn't phrase it for a reply, unfortunately. But do I get a sense that she's in? Hello?
Yep. I'm typing. I
That's
don't
right.
multitask. Two different
Oh, okay.
things at the same time.
Are you hitting in Discord or are you chat
No, it's
GPTing?
in the same place you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In the chat GPT is exactly right.
And I think as soon as that last, that once like, by the way, I will not use it like it's time. Like, for you to cast this.
I don't know if it's going to work. And Zastra has said twice to try and get the crew on her side, on our side.
I mean, if you don't act, Zenith won't act. So he will trust your judgment.
What does everybody else think, Del? You have any thoughts? Do we try and turn some crew and get some numbers, or just go for it?
Yeah, I mean, I think when push comes to shove, Lyson and Zass are at least on our side, and then the crew just kind of seems on the fence. So I say we just go for it.
All right, Vellum brings out 2 hands wrapped in mugs, and he begins to hand them out to the crew, to you guys. Ozus, do you take a mug?
No, I'm not very thirsty, but I think I offer. Thank you for the offer.
He goes, "Wow, it's almost time that we start the what's it called when you do the cheers and everyone drinks? What is that called? A what? A toast. Yeah, the toast. The toast to victory. Don't you want to toast with us?
Of course.
No, that's.
Zenith will take a mug.
Zith will take a mug for sure.
Okay. All right.
I assume
I'm just curious. When all this is going on, is the fire any different at all, or
No,
does the fire
it's just
stay
the
the
fire.
same?
It's burning down.
Okay.
One of the guys will eventually. You'll notice since you're paying attention to that they'll put another log on there, periodically. Not log per se. There's no trees here, but they'll take a old piece of the ship wreckage or whatever and toss it back on the fire. Can I ask you hear him bellyache a little bit about how they used to just have a continual fire, but the wizard's locked himself up, so I got to use wood now.
How did the wizard lock himself in that cube?
He's gone mad.
If he's mad, it's probably hard for him to, cast the right spell and concentrate for that long. I mean, that's pretty...
I agree with you.
What do you think is going on? Has somebody else locked him in there?
He seems to have a magic item that he is using.
That would make sense. Well, that's like puts up his mug. A little bit resigned to this going very badly. And he's assuming that there's a cheers that's about to happen.
Yeah. To the Lambent Zenith! And everyone goes, "Hurrah!" They all raise their mugs, and some ale sloshes out, and they take another big swig, and he takes his little hippo mouth, wraps around the mug, and takes a big swig. Everyone but Ozus.
Zith takes the mug, and Zith's a small guy, he's under 5 foot, so this mug is probably bigger than his face. and he doesn't put the mug down until it's empty. And he drops the mug.
I'm gonna try to do a sleight of hand to throw out the content without him noticing.
Yeah,
I
Dell's
drink it all.
has out.
Sith's drinking it all, and he
I love it.
puts the mug down, and
All right.
he.
You guys need to do a sleight of hand versus these guys'
Cool.
perception.
Can I cast good or detection of good or evil?
Sure.
Would that be completely noticeable and rude?
It's not going to matter in a second, Ozus, if you don't want to be sly about it. Zith's about to try and drop a hammer. He's pretty dejected from how it went downstairs, but he's going to do it again.
So the guy who brought all the mugs has seen Dell ditch the contents of his mug. Let's see if Thazra. He gives you a scowl, an actual scowl. The same with the other. So they have rolled higher than both of you. Thazra looks at you, Kineas, and says,
Yes?
"What's with that? That's perfectly good ale." And that's when Ilren it's brought to his attention that you've poured your mug out. You don't think we'd poison you, do you?
No, wait, what? Why are you guys drinking yours? It's tradition that you throw it over your shoulder.
No, it's not. All right, so you need to do I don't know, freaking lie roll. Let's see. How about deception against his insight check?
Oh boy. Okay.
2, 3.
Zith sees how this is going down. He's just going to go for it.
All right, you rolled a 16. There's no tradition like that anywhere on the seas of Toril I've heard of.
Well, you've never been to Toril, have you?
You're telling a taller story than I.
And
I think these men do mean us harm. They're here under false pretenses, men. And with that, he brings his hands together in a really big, loud clap.
Jim,
go ahead.
I cast Dispel Magic on him when I saw how badly things were going for Kineas and his throwing the beer down.
Okay.
So I don't know if it worked, but it was before maybe what you just said.
What level of Dispel Magic are you casting?
4th.
Is he breaking up?
Okay.
4th level.
He looks over. He goes, "Aye, boys, they mean us ill. That magicker's casting spells." All right. You now have a fight on your hands. We're going to go through, and I'm going to shift click everybody. Shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click.
Looks like we're rolling initiative, huh?
Indeed you are, sir. Toggle the combat state. We do. All right, roll initiative. The pirate music begins. Dun 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 dun. All right, I am missing. Let's see. Oh, Ezra, the only one that didn't roll initiative. Okay. Oh, I missed the familiars too.
Well, my familiar's off in the world somewhere. I don't know.
That's probably why I missed it. All right, there's Allie. Allie should roll initiative as well.
Allie with the heavy rolls. Okay.
All right. So with that, we begin the fight. Dell, naturally, you spring right to your feet and are ready for action, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna leap over the fire. Land just right next to Ilrand here, and I'm going to cast Symbiotic Entity, which is my mushroom magic.
Cloud of spores.
Actually, I'm gonna target myself and see if that does anything. I don't remember if I tried that last time.
Well,
And
doesn't
that
flip
is,
a field or anything.
yeah, it doesn't really do
But
anything.
it says here you get temporary HP.
Yes,
and
I do. Please, if I get 8.
You gain +8. You roll double damage dice for your Halo of Spores damage, and you deal
Yep,
a
and the
D6
D6.
additional necrotic damage when you hit with a melee weapon attack. This lasts for 10 minutes, so the rest of the fight.
Yes, sir. And that is my turn. For some reason, it won't let me finish that way. Let me try this.
Well, that's a one action. So do you have a bonus action that you can do? It has to be something that can trigger that bonus action. I don't know, like your
Not really.
flurry of
Because I have
blows
to
is
have done an
triggered by a
attack.
regular action. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you have to do an attack. And same thing
Yep.
with unarmed strike.
All
You
right,
have to have
so
done
you
an
launch
attack.
yourself down, your symbiotic entity. So from all parts of your shoulders and arms, these little mushrooms start to grow.
Yeah, and it's like a cloud.
And then they open
Almost
and
a
go
mist of, yeah, exactly.
all over the place, little purple sparkles. Got it.
Floating around me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All right.
yeah, if you can end my turn for me, there's no option.
You know what? We're actually at time right now. So what I think is going to happen is that we're going to end here with the fight beginning. And we'll pick it up next week right in the middle of the action, or at the beginning of the action, per se. Right after Dell is sprung into the fight. Well, good job, guys. Interesting. We now are fighting the crew of the Lambent Zenith. Well done.
Yeah. I mean, we tried to do the non-violent solution, or the relatively non-violent solution.
Yeah, it was working against you, but you were doing that. Nice. Well, very good.
It was a fun episode.
We welcome you guys here. You had some great role play as you met the crew on this segment of the Zenith, assuming that there's crew on the other segments. We don't know yet. Though there was talk of a treant, which survived the crash with Deveros. We've made very dear friends with Deveros, who is completely enamored with Caneus and will probably fight to the death to save him.
Yeah.
Ozus. Yeah, who did I say? Caneus, yeah. So
Yes.
Ozus, and so Deveros, no doubt, will come to his aid as soon as he hears a fight breaking out. He did hear the alarm, so there's likely to be the rest of the crew show up. Wonder how the divided loyalties of the Githyanki will come. They don't like who you're fighting, but can they be seen fighting against the rest of the crew? That might not bode well for them. We shall see where that goes. And then you've got Kaisera, who also may play into this. All right. A lot of interesting things coming next week as we continue the not voyaging adventure of the Lambent Zenith. Good job, guys. Say good night to our stream. See you later, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks for
stream.
joining us. Bye.